Namaskar. Hello and welcome to P Guru's channel. I'm your host Sri Iyer. Joining me today is Srikumar Kannan. Lot of rumblings in BJP, especially in Tamil Nadu. What is really going on? And to get to the bottom of this, and will this affect the chances of BJP? All this and more. Let's welcome Srikumar Kannanji. Srikumarji, Namaskar and welcome to P Guru's channel.
Namaskaram, sir. How about you? How are you?
I'm doing well, Srikumar. Let me just set the stage for you. Okay, a few years ago, L. Murugan, I'm going to be brutally frank, okay, based on the results on the ground. Tamilisai, as the president of Tamil Nadu, at least had one good line which kind of created awareness. Tamilagathil Tamirai Malarum. That means lotus will bloom in Tamil Nadu. That's the English translation. She had some impact, at least she created some awareness, and her vote base was Congress O, because her father was a very famous figure. He was a able lieutenant of K. Kamaraj. He might still be alive, I don't know, Kumari Ananthan.
He passed away.
Yeah.
He passed away.
He passed away. So, but there was some amount of impact because of that. And then the succeeding presidents, okay, nothing really made big difference until they started polling lesser percentage than Nota in Tamil Nadu. BJP used to get less than Nota, and at that point of time, P.L. Santosh, who was I think responsible for Tamil Nadu unit, correctly chose, in my opinion, Annamalai as the president, and he brought about a big change. Now, for reasons best known to the BJP party apparatus, he has been set aside, and they nominated Nainar Nagendran. Nainar Nagendran, before viewers, I'm just giving you the context because you need to understand how these machinations work. Nainar Nagendran was a minister in ADMK, and then he exited that and joined the BJP some years ago. Okay, and now he is the president of the party. So let's remember that. Now, the problem is that BJP got fewer seats than Congress. So the argument, which is what is roiling people in BJP in Tamil Nadu, is, look, we polled 11% in 2024 and we are getting 27 seats. On top of that, Congress polled 4% and they are getting 28 seats from DMK. Number one. Second thing is, of these 27, half the seats are unwinnable. This is their Purmal. Purmal means like, they are really upset about this. So where did the mistake happen? Because I have another follow-up, but let me just ask you from this. Where did the mistake happen?
Oh, first, since you have decked up a history of events, let me, for the benefit of our viewers also, from my side, I will also give a historical perspective to this discussion. Tamil Nadu is a difficult terrain to crack. Like many of the states, like what you are finding it in Kerala, like what you are finding it in Andhra Pradesh, like what you are finding it in even some places of Kashmir, the Valley region, even to some extent in Punjab. So it is comparatively a difficult state to crack. That's number one. The reason being, the Dravidian parties have entrenched a lot into the political soil of Tamil Nadu, not now, but more than 50 years ago. So from 1967 onwards, it has a political entrenchment in Tamil Nadu. Number two, when there is one single party and when there is one opposition party, which is both are regional parties, it becomes difficult for the BJP to get an opposition space, be it in any state. When one opposition party is crumbling or it gets weakened, then it gives a space or a hope for the BJP. That's what we have seen in number of states. Odisha, we have seen Biju Janata Dal versus Congress. Congress got weakened, it gives hope and space for the BJP. Haryana, it was Indian National Lok Dal versus Congress. Indian National Lok Dal got weakened, it opened the space for the BJP. West Bengal, it was Mamata Banerjee versus Left Front in the state, left got weakened, it opened the space for BJP. So where there is a multiple options are there, then the BJP gets struggling. What we are seeing in Kerala, it is similar. What we are seeing in Punjab, it's similar. What we have seen in Delhi, just because the Congress crumbled, it gave the space for the BJP because earlier BJP was powerful there. So this is about the national scenario. Coming to Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu, when 2014 Mr. Modi came to power in Delhi, he wanted to experiment something new with Tamil Nadu. So we had a traditional pedigree BJP leaders in Tamil Nadu. I remember some of them. We had K.N. Lakshmanan, followed by C.P. Radhakrishnan, followed by
The current vice
Ila
president.
Ganesan, yes, current vice president, followed by Ila Ganesan and Pon Radhakrishnan. These are the pedigree BJP leaders. So when Mr. Modi came to power in Delhi, so he thought, let us first appoint a non-pedigree BJP person so that he attracts a number of neutral voters, because the concept of BJP, RSS was something, avaricious to the concept of Tamil Nadu. That is what the Dravidian party sown in the minds of the people. So Mr. Modi, who wanted to have a quick result in the state, in each state, that is why he thought, at that time Jayalalitha was ruling Tamil Nadu as a chief minister. So to give her a combat, he thought to give a rise to a women leader. There was nobody there at that moment of time. So he picked up Tamilisai Soundararajan to replace Pon Radhakrishnan. Pon Radhakrishnan was made a union minister at that time, and Tamilisai took the charge. Unfortunately, because of after the demise of Jayalalitha in 2016, and the propaganda campaign, Tamilisai was no match for the DMK propaganda. And she was also very poor in her narrative setting. There were no strategies to how to take the party forward. And it was a miserable letdown. That is what we have experienced in 2019. She was made a governor in Telangana and also Puducherry. And Murugan was given in charge. When Murugan was given, it was itself looked at it was a stopgap arrangement, because nobody know Murugan at that moment of time, because he was more into the somebody says ABVP at that time, or he was into Delhi as a backward and commission chief or something. So he was brought back to Tamil Nadu to head the party. So at that time itself, it was seen as a stopgap arrangement. When Annamalai was taken, so because both, I mean to say, Tamilisai was not also a pedigree BJP person. Murugan, though he was associated, but he was not seen as a pedigree BJP person. And later Annamalai was also not a pedigree BJP person. He was taken from Karnataka. He was an IPS officer. He was new to politics. So he was brought to give a shape to the BJP so that BJP on its own, whether it can stand. So, and then during 2024 election, because of that formula didn't work out to the satisfaction of the central BJP leaders. 11% is still a good percentage, but still it didn't match the expectations of the central BJP leaders. Then he was replaced by another person, Nainar Nagendran. He was also not a pedigree BJP person. So to your question that he was an ADMK person, I am giving you the reasons that of late no pedigree BJP person was allowed to head the state. That is number one. Number two, regarding Mr. Annamalai. Mr. Annamalai did a wonderful job. So he was picked up as a BJP chief from 2021 to 2025. He was given one term. One term of the BJP person is about, president is about for 3 years. The mandate given to him was to grow the party, to shatter the negative narratives built by the DMK, to make the party as strong as a main opponent to the DMK. That was the mandate, that was the expectation of the central BJP. He was given more autonomy than any BJP president in any state could do. If you can see, he was given the full autonomy. He appointed all the BJP office bearers without the much interference of the central BJP. He was given the mandate to decide on the alliance because on his insistence, the BJP moved away from the alliance. It was not the BJP, but ADMK, by the behavior and activities of the BJP, they themselves distanced away from the BJP. So, but it was at the behest of Mr. Annamalai. Third, the cloud, the accessibility, and the whatever he enjoyed with the BJP top leaders, including Mr. Amit Shah, including Mr. Modi, it was also there. I still remember in one of the occasions when Mr. Edappadi went to Delhi to meet Mr. Amit Shah about to discuss on alliance. Mr. Amit Shah categorically mentioned he will discuss the alliance only in the presence of Mr. Annamalai. He is a party president. He wanted him to wait till Annamalai comes, and when Annamalai came, the discussion started. So such accessibility was given to Mr. Annamalai. We still remember when Mr. Modi went to Madurai in one of the government functions, he took Annamalai in his own car. Nobody else were enjoying such accessibility, not even Amit Shah. When Mr. Modi became the Prime Minister, nobody else, no senior cabinet ministers had the privilege to travel in his own car. So such was the clout of Mr. Annamalai. Now, what was the difference pre-2024 and post-2024? In 2024 elections, the central BJP's thought process was, if the BJP wants to become the main opposition party, it has to replace the ADMK in both vote percentage as well as seat share. Unfortunately, in 2024, it didn't happen because all the candidates of 2024 Lok Sabha elections in Tamil Nadu were selected by Annamalai. The central BJP had no say in that. The alliance also was decided by Annamalai. He went to Mr. Ramadas' residence in Tailapuram, I believe, to stitch up the alliance. Of the 40 seats, he gave 10 seats to PMK. And also the smaller alliance, including Dinakaran, GK Vasan, and other parties. So, completely the mandate, and it was headed by Mr. Annamalai. The alliance parties were decided, the seat sharing was done by him, the candidates were selected by him, the constituencies for those candidates were also selected by him. So it was completely, the mandate was given to him. In the elections, the result were not up to the expectation of the central BJP. Irrespective of the seat share, forget about there is a 0 seats because ADMK also got 0. But the BJP was not successful in replacing the ADMK as the main opposition party. ADMK, even at its worst performance, it got more than 20% of votes, whereas Tamil Nadu BJP had 11% of votes. In that 11%, there is also one version. I am brutally honest because of a simple reason. I observe politics from the year 1989. I have seen a number of elections. So many elections I have got it wrong and so many elections I got it right. But the experience with me carries on. The 11% of votes which the BJP claims in Tamil Nadu, it is not its own vote. It has a significant percentage of votes within that 11%. Because there is in Tamil Nadu, the nationalist votes, the pro-Hindutva votes, and the pro-BJP votes, whatever name you call. It is roughly around 4 to 5%. And Jayalalitha used to hijack those votes. And those voters who want to keep the DMK out, used to prefer Jayalalitha because she was seen as the best credible alternative. For that reason, Jayalalitha harvested the votes of the BJP. And when Jayalalitha passed away, after her demise, the votes came back to BJP. It was again 4 to 5%, the BJP got it back. There is a significant chunk of votes in Tamil Nadu who always vote for non-DMK, non-ADMK alliance. Be it any party, if you are non-DMK, non-ADMK, you will get a vote. That is why Vaiko got a percentage of vote. Tamil Manila Congress in 99 got a percentage of vote. And DMDK got a percentage of vote. Makkal Needhi Mayyam got a percentage of vote. Seeman got a percentage of vote. And even what is expected from Vijay, even Amamuka, that is Dinakaran, also got a percentage of votes. Now Vijay is also getting that percentage of votes. If you see, there is about 12 to 15% of voters in Tamil Nadu who always vote for a non-DMK, non-ADMK parties. That doesn't mean that they are pro-BJP. It is like a moving train. It will come to your platform. Some of the people may get down from your platform. That doesn't mean that they are your own platform members. So it is for the party to attract those people of that 11% and carry on in the next elections. Unfortunately, BJP didn't got that organization right. So that to hold that 11% in hands, that is the irony of Tamil Nadu BJP. See, for example, when I predicted Chhattisgarh right, it was a faceless party in the run-up to 2023 elections. But what gave me the confidence in predicting that the BJP is winning this election hands down in Chhattisgarh? Because BJP got that Sangatan, that organization. Though Congress had about 67 seats of the 90 members assembly elections, the BJP had the capacity to turn it around in its favor because of its organization. Similarly, in Haryana, nobody thought that the BJP can give this much of fight to a well-oiled Congress that too headed by a mighty Hudas. But the BJP were able to do because of the organization structure. Who could have thought the BJP can give a sleepless nights to Mamata Banerjee in 2026 assembly elections? Who could have thought the BJP can replace Biju Janata Dal in 2024 assembly elections? That is because of the organization. Unless you keep the organization in place, you cannot win over that state. That is a basic principles. Unfortunately, from 1996, when the BJP won the first assembly seat in Padmanabhapuram seat by Velayudham, until today, I will say, until today, it lacks an organization. It has supporters. It doesn't have an organization in place. Though it has an organization, it not has a mighty booth committee. So when Amit Shah came some years ago, he checked the booth committee data. He was not at all satisfied with the number of office bearers or booth committee members, whatever. That was expressed, he expressed his displeasure in that meeting itself. I am not saying this to discourage the BJP, but I am saying that it is a harsh reality of the Tamil Nadu BJP. Look at what happening in Kerala. Irrespective of the party presidents, the BJP is winning something or other in Kerala. During it was Muralidharan's time, O Rajagopal won Nemam seat. It was Surendran's time, BJP won Trishur Lok Sabha seat. In Rajiv Chandrasekhar's time, BJP is able to win Thiruvananthapuram Corporation. So irrespective of any party president, the party is able to bring something or other, which is what missing in Tamil Nadu. Yes, sir. Sorry, I took long time for this explanation because it was a decade-up question. Thank you.
Thank you so much. See, this is important to understand. And viewers, Sriram Seshadri and I have been emphasizing this booth level presence, being able to have very reliable Panna Pramukhs, which is what brings BJP its votes. At the end of the day, if the Panna Pramukh is good, then your results are going to be good. What kind of Panna Pramukh strategy does the BJP have? Let's say at least say, let's say that I think in 60 seats, if you take a look at the Lok Sabha elections, in 60 seats, I believe, 60 or 70, BJP stood second. So let it, because I'm trying to come to a point here where, in those 60 seats where the BJP stood second, they must have had some good ground presence. Do you think that was mostly because of other things, or was it because of ground presence like Panna Pramukh?
See, there are two things, sir. You can be second, but unfortunately or unfortunately, in elections, second or third doesn't matter. You have to have your percentage of votes intact for a series of elections. It cannot go up and down. For example, yes, consistency is required. Take for example Bengal. Why I am comparing is the comparison is needed for the sake of our viewers, for the benefit of our viewers for understanding. Bengal in 2019, the BJP got 40% of votes. Lok Sabha. 2021 Assembly, it got 38% of votes. 2024 Lok Sabha, again 39% of votes. So it is able to maintain 38 to 39% of votes. Now, for Tamil Nadu is concerned, even if there is BJP is contesting without an alliance in this assembly election is concerned, I seriously doubt whether they can maintain 11% of votes. It will be very difficult because you have another competitor in play in the name of TVK. So who can take a significant amount or significant chunk of the votes? Already you are having Nam Tamizhar party. Though it got 8% of votes in Lok Sabha, it may dip to around 6 to 5% of votes in the assembly elections 2026 is concerned. So already these parties, as far as ADMK is concerned, ADMK, I agree that in Lok Sabha it got around 23 to 25% of votes. But in assembly, we have to wait and see. Even now, without the alliance or anything, minimum the ADMK is supposed to get around 30% of votes. 28 to 30% of votes. Though it is fall very highly low because when Jayalalitha was there, she was able to keep the vote percentage much higher. More than about 38%, 36 to 38% of votes she has put. Now, after this, all these, breakup of parties, the ADMK has considerably shrunk, I agree. But still, it has not came below 20% of votes. That's a problem. So if it has come below 20%, then there is a hope for the BJP to replace ADMK. Now, what has really happened? 2024, it was a hope for the BJP, but it was not up to the expectation of the central BJP. Because ultimately, what they saw was, though they say it is Charso Par and other things, but there is something in the mind of the central BJP, but the 2024 was a tough election. That made Mr. Modi to have an alliance with every party, whatever he could have thought it is possible. He allied with Rashtriya Lokdal of Ajit Singh, Jayant Chaudhary in UP, Devagowda JDS in Karnataka. With Nitish Kumar, he came back, so he embraced Chandrababu Naidu and Jan Sena in Andhra Pradesh. Likewise, the party made alliances with everyone. If the BJP could have thought that the alliance is not needed, then they could not have trusted Chandrababu Naidu. Because we all know how Chandrababu Naidu cold-shouldered and went out of the alliance before 2019 Lok Sabha elections. So immediately after 2019 Lok Sabha elections until 2024 Lok Sabha elections, only 5 years was there and Chandrababu Naidu was taken back. Take for example Nitish Kumar. It was a revolving door in the alliance. He comes and goes with the BJP and RJD every time and then, but still they took him. So the way the central BJP is looking is entirely different from what we are seeing. According to the central BJP, they need an alliance, number one. Number two, they need a number of seats, a specific number of seats from each state that includes Tamil Nadu. And they don't want to afford, another zero for Tamil Nadu in 2029 Lok Sabha elections. So that is possible only with an alliance. So that could have prompted them to go in for alliance. That's what I feel so.
Thank you so much. And if this wisdom had reigned before the 2024 elections, perhaps the result would have been different. And there is another interesting dynamic at play here, viewers. If ADMK loses this time, then there is a real danger that the party could disintegrate, because Edappadi does not have the charisma of Jayalalitha. I'll give you one line, okay? I'll give you, without mentioning names, she will accurately poke fun at the family. Mangayai Mayakkiya Manalan. Remember that? Srikumar, you remember that line? You remember that line?
No, I don't remember. No, I don't remember that. Okay. Sorry.
Okay. You have to understand, viewers, you have to understand 2G scam. That's my hint. Now you know who is Mangai. Okay. So she used to be, I've seen some of her rallies, viewers. She was a little bit not well, and she used to do this, go through RV and do it. But once you give her the stage, she'll address from the van itself. She could hold the audience enraptured, because that's years of acting in movies. You know how to, deliver dialogues, where to raise, where to lower. And she had excellent people who helped her with the data. Like, for example, Sengotian, it is believed, his big hold, his big claim to fame was that he could accurately predict for a particular meeting what those people want to hear. And he would jot it down, talk about this. Say they have like in a kitchen, right? They have like so many things that she can talk. He will accurately say, just talk about 1, 2, 3. And she'll talk, and they would get the votes. Today, Edappadi doesn't have the charisma of Jayalalitha, although he speaks well. I'm not saying that, but he did not rise through the ranks. He didn't have a fight of his life to become the leader. Jayalalitha did. And she did lose badly the first time around, until they realized that the other side is useless, and everybody gravitated to Jayalalitha, and then after that she never looked back. That is a baptism by fire. Edappadi doesn't have that. He was selected by Sachikala because she thought this guy would be loyal, and it turned out to be the opposite. Be that as it may, to me, this elections is more risky for ADMK than for the BJP. BJP, after all, had only 4 seats last time around. They contested 20, right? They contested 20 and they got 4.
Yes, they got 26. Yeah, last time they contested 20 and got 4.
4 seats. So the strike rate is 20%. Hopefully the strike rate will increase this time. I'm hearing mixed messages, which is where I'm coming to now. So what has happened, viewers, is that BJP is protesting in front of BJP office in Chennai, saying that we got bad seats allocated. This was the same complaint that was given in 2021 also, that L. Murugan could not get us a good deal, those 20 seats that L. Murugan got. But in 2021, there was no phenom called Annamalai. There was no phenom called N1 N Makkal. The guy did do something, God's sake. I mean, from Nota levels, they did come to 11%. See, Srikumar, you can say that, this is this, this is this, this is this, this is that. BJP has to grow, and it has to grow at the expense of the Dravida parties. So when you analyze the 2024 elections, whose vote share reduced in favor of the BJP? It was DMK, not ADMK, which goes against what people thought, that it's the ADMK that is fracturing and that vote is going towards BJP. Go back and look at the 2024 numbers, because Mohan Sunti and I did a complete analysis in West Bengal, in Tamil Nadu, in Maharashtra, because Maharashtra, BJP did not do well. So my point in saying all this is, 11% is 11%. Yeah, let's take it that way. So there is a certain amount of justifiable anger that even though we polled twice as much as Congress did, all else being the same election, right? We are also a national party. They are also a national party. How come we are getting fewer seats than them, and that too bad seats? This is the basic anger. And it is believed that BL Santosh came 2-3 days ago and there was a proper dressing down, at whom you all can understand. The buck stops with the president of the party of the state. Where do things move from here? There is talk that there will be some swaps that could take place. But even otherwise, there are also candidates that have been controversial who are being projected, or they are assuming that they are going to be projected for some constituencies. Touch upon these two things.
See, number one, regarding again that 11%, I still feel that the 11% was a good percentage of votes. There is no denial. But whether they can hold on to that 11%, irrespective of the number of elections, there is the issue. So I still stick on to my point, number one. Number two, regarding the protests, the protest used to happen. Yes, I agree. Today it happened. In 2021, it happened. I am taking you back to 2014. The same Vanadi Srinivasan protested in front of the BJP office against the candidature of CP Radhakrishnan when his candidature was announced for Coimbatore Lok Sabha seat. So she expressed her displeasure during the BJP that he is not supposed to be the candidate for Coimbatore Lok Sabha seats in 2014. So protesting is not new for the BJP is concerned, number one. Number two, regarding the seats, yes, I agree that the BJP could have got a better deal in that number of seats. What we are seeing, the 27 seats, there are some seats which are not in a good taste for the alliance or for BJP in particular. But if you compare that with 2014, there are a couple of good seats, or more than good couple of good seats. So I can count some of them. Number one, if you compare what the winnable seats are for BJP in 2021 and 2026, Nagarkovil and Modakuruchi were given back to them. See, for Tirunelveli, Nainar Nagendran himself wanted to swap the seats because he feels the Tirunelveli seat is not safe for him. So he got Sattur. And Vanadi Srinivasan, she herself opted out of Coimbatore South. She is going to Coimbatore North. So these 4 seats. Other than that, if you see Vasudevanallur, it is a comparatively a good seat where Anandan Ayyasamy, who was denied candidature for 2024 Lok Sabha seat, Lok Sabha election in Tenkasi, he is supposed to get 1 seat in Vasudevanallur. Similarly, you have Rasipuram, which is a traditional ADMK stronghold that is able to be given for BJP this time. You have Avinashi, which is again a traditional ADMK stronghold. I think that L. Murugan will be contesting from this seat, which is comparatively a good seat. Udagamandalam, this time BJP is supposed to perform and I think it is going to get this seat. I mean, win this seat. That's what some of the basic analysis as well as the information what is coming on ground. It was also contested in 2021, I believe. Bojarajan, a candidature who contested from Ooty seats, that is Nilgiris. Similarly, Madurai South, where Professor Srinivasan, he was, dilly-dallying between seats, or he was pushed from Virudhunagar to Trichy and from Trichy to Madurai during Lok Sabha elections. I think he will be contesting from Madurai South this time. Other than that, I feel the problem is in the Delta region, where there is a Pudukottai, Gandharva as well as Tanjavur, where I think the BJP may not perform better because of obvious reasons, demography, as well as its lack of organization structure. In North, in Kongu, other than that, Tali is also a good seat, where I don't think the BJP can win, but it can give a good fight. In Chennai, earlier, in 2021, they were given seats like Harbour and Thousand Lights, which are pretty useless seats. Out of which, this time, what the BJP wanted was T Nagar, Velachery, and Mylapore. So, from the ADMK side, what I came to know was through the news channels. Out of the three, they will be able to give one. That was their plan. So they preferred was either Velachery, Mylapore or T Nagar. Since the out of which they have given Mylapore. That's what I see. Other than that, in some of the seats like Tiruvannamalai, there are seats in central, even in North Tamil Nadu, there are a couple of seats where I don't think there are good seats. But out of the overall seat structure, if you see in 2021, out of the 20 seats, I could name 12 seats which are pretty bad seats. That's what I feel. And out of which the 4 seats what they got, even Nagarkovil was not demanded by the BJP in 2021. By some well-wishers who worked for the BJP, they escalated this issue to the highest level to get the Nagarkovil assembly seat for Mr. M.R. Gandhi. That is how the party got that. So now what I see is, yes, the seat sharing could have been much more better. That the reason is the person who or the panel who is working for the alliance, they are not competent enough to get a good number of seats. And the reason being there is no organization structure to satisfy that, yes, this seat I want because I have an organization structure here. It needs a basic organization structure and a booth committee so that you can bang the table and demand that seat. Yes, this is my seat. I need that. But unfortunately, the BJP was not in a position to do that. That is what I feel so. And ADMK also, see, if you are not asking for the seat, then it is not in the hands of the ADMK to give or not to give. Take, for example, PMK. PMK got 18 seats, out of which it got all its stronghold seats. See, that is how that alliance works. So you have to, not more than convincing, you have to demand and you have to project, you have to showcase your power. Yes, these are the seats where we are traditionally stronghold, we are still in the stronghold, and without that you cannot win this alliance. Like that, you have to project yourself. Unfortunately, the present state leadership failed to do so, which came as a blessing in disguise for the other parties.
Thank you so much. See, there are some differences in opinion between you and I, and that's fine. We are not, we are looking at the same thing, but we are looking at through different filters. I completely understand that. Moving forward, the other challenge that is in front of especially BJP, because it's not a challenge for ADMK, but it's a challenge for BJP, is vote transfer. That is, in a BJP contested seat, how effective would be the vote transfer from the ADMK loyalists who have traditionally been ADMK voters? Because this was the main reason cited for the BJP to go it alone in 2024. The proof was given. 2021, Aravakuruchi constituency, Annamalai contested. And it is believed that the same Edappadi, fearing that Annamalai is from the same community, I'm not sugarcoating anything, Srikumar. Our viewers know what I'm talking about. He worked for the defeat of Annamalai. That's what people say. Aravakuruchi was not an easy seat, first to start with. Fine. Today, when Vanati Srinivasan sees that Coimbatore South is not a winnable seat and switches to Coimbatore North, I mean, if you have been in politics for 25 years and after so many years, if you didn't do anything for your constituency, Coimbatore South, for 5 years, and fearing that you will not win this time, you go to Coimbatore North, whose fault is it, my friend?
I don't support any individual here, be it Vanadi or be it Tamilisai Soundararajan or be it Annamalai or be it Nainar Nagendran. It is for the individual people to see their own fate. See, as far as Aravakuruchi is concerned, it was in 2021. I tell you, it was already informed that it was not a safe seat. But Mr. Annamalai wanted to have that seat because it is his birthplace.
Hometown.
Yes. So there was an alternative seats which were offered, but he had his own reservation because he wanted to start his political career from Aravakurchi because it is his hometown birthplace. So if that is what I mean to say, BJP lacks an organization, be it Vanavi or be it anyone. That is the reason they are dependent on the allies. See, if you have your own organization in place, you could not have been dependent on the allies.
Correct.
And regarding the vote transfer is concerned, see, that is why I mean to say, see, if you are having your own organization structure, take for example, there is one similar incident happened in 2009 when Biju Janata Dal and BJP were in alliance with each other. They were in alliance with each other from 1998. 1998 as Lok Sabha, 1999 Lok Sabha, 2000 Assembly elections, 2004 Lok Sabha, and 2005 Assembly elections. So 5 elections they were together. In the runner-up to 2009 elections, Naveen Patnaik broke the ties with BJP. It was a shock for the BJP. It was entirely dependent on Biju Janata Dal. Within one election, the next election in 2014, the BJP bounced back. Then thereafter in 2019, it proved itself in Lok Sabha. And in 2024, it got both assembly and parliament, both together. The reason is it has grown its organization structure, number one. Number two, as I already mentioned, there is only one single party. There were no two parties. Congress had already weakened in Odisha. It was only Biju Janata Dal. So BJP saw that it is an opportunity that yes, there is no other parties. The opposition space is free. Let us work and occupy that space. Hypothetically, as you rightly mentioned, if the ADMK is weakening and it is leaving the opposition space, then naturally it will give the space for the BJP. Because we see that DMK, though it may be weaker or stronger, it is having a crystallized presence. Like it has Congress, VCK, Communist, whatever it is, the so-called secular forces, they are together in this, they will hold this alliance formation for the days to come. So the loose ends will be in either in the ADMK or in the BJP. So that is why TVK thought, yes, I can occupy the space of ADMK. And it came forward. Now, as you rightly mentioned, this election will be an acid test for ADMK first. If ADMK proves itself that yes, I can get away with my votes, I can defeat even TVK because TVK it says always says that it is TVK versus DMK. That is DMK is always there, and I am there. There is no ADMK. There is no other alliance. So if it able to if it able to outsmart both TVK and other parties and able to come to power, then it will allow BJP expansion plan to further delay. That is what I feel so. But in 2029 Lok Sabha elections, the central BJP wants ADMK. That is the irony. Because, see, what the people think is, yes, we have to stay alone for more number of elections. Let us fight and let us see how it comes. But we will be fighting till 11%, 18% or something. In Tamil Nadu, you have to cross 25% to make it as a seat conversion. Because 18%, even in Tamil Nadu, if you see, with alliance, BJP got 11% and others put together 18%, the BJP was not able to convert the seats. So that is why the central BJP is in a problem. It has to select between the number of seats for Lok Sabha and its party's growth in Tamil Nadu. What it prioritizes, that matters. If it prioritizes its numbers, then the alliance will stay. If it affords to say, yes, There will be a loss of seats in Tamil Nadu, but I want this but they want the party to grow. Then there will be an end for this alliance. But I don't think up till 2029 the scenario will be without any alliance. Until 2029, it will be with alliance. That is the harsh reality.
Thank you so much, Srikumar. If I am Amit Shah, I would just make one request to, not request, it would be probably more like an order. I don't care what happens. I need to cross double digits in Tamil Nadu. Forget everything else. Because what happens sometimes is you can't micromanage some of these allocations and other things. Just say, if you don't cross double digits, you have a problem. I know what the back end story is. I'm not going to share it here, viewers. Contrary to what you think, that is what somebody in voter in Tamil Nadu may think, that ADMK is the boss in NDA in Tamil Nadu. The converse is true. I'll give you an example for that. Every time the ADMK guys will say, oh, we don't even look at the TN BJP leadership. We'll only talk with the central leadership. And every time, Edappadi will take the plane and go to Delhi, and all the important decisions will be taken, quote unquote, in Delhi. That is to ADMK cadre to say that we are the boss in this group. But you mentioned this, I didn't mention it, you mentioned it, that the patch-up talks or talks for sharing, seat sharing happened after Amit Shah insisted that Annamalai be present. And that tells you that it's the other way around. ADMK is in a point where they need BJP's help more than the other way around. Although this may not be apparent to many people. That's why I'm saying that Amit Shah can give a bottom line and say, I need so many seats to be won by BJP. Because if you don't say something like that, Srikumar, vote transfer won't happen. It has been seen before. BJP voters in ADMK contested seats will put their vote to ADMK, whereas ADMK voters in BJP contested seats don't do that. That was the main argument put forth by Annamalai to go it alone in 2024. You see what I'm trying to say, right? So this is a simple thing. Math is like this. I don't care what you give. I need to have double-digit MLAs in Tamil Nadu Assembly. Do you think something like that is doable? Bottom line.
No, I don't think so. See, it's a harsh reality. Without an organization structure in place, and again I'm coming to the same point, without the organization structure in place and with the level of leaders what you are seeing now, like Tamilisai or whatever, whoever, or Vanadi Srinivasan, I don't think the BJP can get the result as we all talk. The problem here is the Tamil Nadu BJP has a very high ambition, but it doesn't have a roadmap. It doesn't have a blueprint. So that is the reality. Number one is, yes, Mr. Annamalai wanted to build that narrative, to have to go it alone. But the organization, whatever small organization it is, it didn't support him. Forget about the leaders or so. Like what we are seeing in Modi's way. Modi wanted to have, see, for example, he wanted to each and everyone to build their own rapport to develop themselves. So that in 2024 itself, when he went to the election, he told, don't rely on my name alone. My name alone cannot bring success. You have to have your own track record along with my name. Then only it can make it out. But unfortunately, everybody thought that Modi can bring the votes, and they miserably failed during the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. Those people. Similarly, in Tamil Nadu, there was a section they think that Annamalai will do the heavy lifting. Annamalai cannot do the heavy lifting. Annamalai can work, he can give his sweat, he can give his blood, he can push the party along, but it is for the party to move with him. The problem is the party is not moving with him. During his time, if he was able to do that, see, take for example, in 2000, 22, the local body elections.
Yeah.
That was the first test of him. He tried his best. But except a very few candidates, the party didn't win, because I hear from so many sources, so I could be wrong also. When a number of office bearers were packed in a BJP room, they were asked a simple question: how many of you want to become councillors? How many of you wanted to become councillors? Nobody lifted their hands. Next, the same speaker is asking, how many of you wants to become an MLA? Half of them are lifting their hands. How many of you want to become an MP? All are lifting their hands. That means nobody wants to become councillors. They won't want to become the grassroots organization structure. And with such a political awareness is there for the people. Take, for example, the Dravidian parties. The party's grassroots is its local bodies. If you have any problem in your locality, they will approach the local councillors, not the MP. If you have anything related to a certificate or a drainage issue or an issue related to a graveyard, whatever it is, they will approach the local councillors, local body representatives. So if the BJP's existing organization structure and the people, they fail to understand the political, essence of Tamil Nadu, then how many Annamalai can come to heavy lift them? That is why it is making the central BJP, frustrated with this organizational unit. So unlike any states, take for example Kerala or Bengal or whatever it may be, or whatever state unit it may be, they are frustrated despite heavy lifting, despite giving them a narrative. They are, take for example, simple example, a number of schemes from Modi government were unveiled, starting from Swachh Bharat to Nal Se Jal or whatever it is. It was made in Tamil also. How many you found the BJP people took those schemes to the doorsteps? How many camps were organized? Because nobody wants to do that. Nobody was interested to do that. So with such a structure, you only want to become MLAs or MPs and not councillors. That is a horrific state. That is the reason the party has to be addressed. The issues has to be addressed at the grassroots level, not at the leadership level. Because if you find Annamalai did a tremendous work to change the structure, that's what I feel. In his 4 years of tenure, he could have tried his best. But unfortunately, the elephant is not getting up. Forget about getting it. I won't say it is not an elephant as such, but I'm telling it as an analogy. So only if you are getting up, then we can make it to ride. It is not that it can't get up. You don't want to get up. That's the problem.
Thank you so much, Srikumar. This is going to happen for some more time, viewers. We're going to have these debates. But if you understand Tamil, take a look at my conversation with Arun Kumar today morning. Have you watched that one?
No, I had to make.
Did you see? Today morning we released one. VS Arun Kumar and I, Panch Arun. It's a different league. Those of you who understand Tamil, watch it. There's going to be one more in a couple of days' time. For the thinker, we want to at least plant these thoughts in their mind. What do you do? How do you vote? What are the things to look for before you cast your vote? I really like Ayasami. I have spoken to him. Very nice person. He has worked in the United States, carries that professionalism, zeal. He comes back, gives up everything in the United States, comes back and he works for the betterment of the constituency. Fantastic candidate. You said right, many more Annamalais have to come. I see in him a little bit of that. Let's just, for now, let's just say that, work in progress for BJP. they don't have the same kind of pressure as ADMK does. My opinion, I could be wrong, of course. And my hope is, regardless of what the reality is being portrayed, my hope is that BJP will do better than the 4 seats that they did last time around. Growth has to be shown. And I believe at that time it was less than Nota, BJP's percentage of vote in Tamil Nadu. They have come a long way from there. Let's hope for the best, that BJP puts in its hard yards. See, one telling point you made: councillor nobody wants to become, but MP everybody wants to become. Guys, the reality is like this: if you want to become a good leader, you have to be a good follower. There is nobody who will say something opposite to this. Unless you know how to follow, you cannot become a leader after that. So in order to follow, you need to start at the lowest rung. Look at what Uma Anandan did. Only lone BJP councillor in the Chennai corporation. There's nobody else. I don't think ADMK won any seat in Chennai. It was only her. She is the be all and end all of the opposition. And she has told me a couple of times that she gets her things done. They are very, very helpful. So point I'm trying to make is, start at the lowest level, prove yourself there, and then success will follow. 2 cents. I think BJP still is in a bit of a delusion, like what you said. If Modi comes or Modi shows up for the meeting, everything is going to come. People are going to vote for me. That illusion has to be broken. You need to do your part also. Thank you so much. Let's take a few questions. A lot of questions today for you, Srikumar. I hope you can stay a little bit longer, because there are a few questions here. And so tempers are also rising. That's okay. We all are passionate about this. Good that people are thinking through all these things. Magnet wants to know, BJP could have gone alone and targeted win in TN possibly in the next 5 to 10 years. Wouldn't that have been a better choice for BJP than to play second fiddle to another party?
Yes, it's possible, provided the organization is in place. Again, I'm coming back to the same. With a lame duck organization, you cannot afford to do or to take any risk. That's a problem. That's a harsh reality. See, there are a number of state units will be there that wants to become, the real alternative. But in Tamil Nadu, it is not happening. It is happening in the pockets. The fire, what I saw in BJP in 96, 98, to some extent in 99, Lok Sabha elections, I'm talking about more than 25 years before, it is missing now. 96, the BJP got its first MLA, Velayam. 98, Jayalalitha herself came to the doorsteps of the BJP because she was lost terribly in 96. And she offered 5 Lok Sabha seats, out of which the BJP got 3 seats. So that was the time, that was the attitude, that was the fire, that was the dedication of the time. And leadership was also there. Post 2001, the BJP's, Tamil Nadu BJP's degeneration started. That's what I mean to say.
Magnet Ranga, one thing to add to what you said. Uma Anandan's win. Viewers, this is a bit of a privileged information, but I want to still share it because it happened a while ago. BJP's field work has to be looked at. It is believed that a new priest had come in that premises where that constituency is, and he was from Udupi or Karnataka, let's say. This guy took it upon himself to put the candidature picture, make flyers, and then he himself went and distributed the flyers to the households in that particular constituency. And many members of very many households said, nobody has ever done this from BJP before. See, people were trying to see, will the BJP even show up? Sometimes this disconnect rankles me, and this is what is really needed. And also one or two interviews I did of Uma Anandaji when she was canvassing. One time she went to a voter and she joined the live conversation from that house. Just see, the voters want to help you. Uma Anandan had a special connect with the people. I'm hoping that she might get an MLA seat this time. I don't know. I mean, that might be difficult, but because there are too many contestants for the Chennai seats, whatever seats there are. But you see that what was lacking was that outreach. Outreach was not there. BJP does not do it. They come and talk on channels that we are doing it, but unless the people themselves say that yes, we did hear from the BJP candidate, you can't take their words for granted. Sorry to be so brutally frank, because the results show when that happens. Back to the next question. Santosh Shivan wants to know, will Suvendu Adhikari defeat Mamata Banerjee in Bhabanipur? What's the way to crack assembly seats in Kolkata, Hooghly and Howrah?
Very nice question. From switching over from Tamil Nadu to West Bengal, see,
easy subject.
Yes, through different subjects, we can do one more show on Bengal again,
well,
because so many data are flowing from Bengal. See, I doubt whether he can defeat Mamata Banerjee in Bhabanipur. But there is three things what I said in my earlier program also. I'm repeating it once again. The three things which are going to determine the West Bengal Assembly elections. Number one, the SIR. How much fake voters were removed. Because in Bhabanipur, I had a nice conversation with Mr. Shekhar yesterday. He was born and brought up in Bengal, especially Calcutta. He was mentioning the number of other information was there were number of dead voters were there in the voting list prior to SIR. Now they are all being removed. And in Lok Sabha also, the BJP gave a good fight as far as the Bhabanipur Assembly election is concerned. And I should say that Mamata has nothing new to offer to the people of Bengal. So there is a rousing expectation in Bhabanipur, because that is why it prompted Mamata Banerjee, who dared to contest from Nandigram last time. She herself confined herself with Bhabanipur. So BJP is taking the attack offensive directly to the doorsteps of Mamata Banerjee in Kalighat, Bhabanipur. So let us see whether he can make it out. If he makes it out, it will be a political earthquake, number one. Number two, you are mentioning about some of the constituencies like presidency region, Howrah, Hooghly, Kolkata region. I think BJP is going to make a mark this time. It was 0 seats last time, but this time I doubt about Howrah, but about a couple of seats, 3 seats in Howrah region, 3 to 4 seats in Calcutta region, but it will have number of votes in Hooghly region. So if you consolidate the presidency region, I feel that Hooghly will give a big head up for the BJP in presidency region. Yeah.
Next one, please. Neelakantan Naresh wants to know, do we see a swing to TVK and others as an alliance against DMK? This time, can we see the swing, sir?
I don't get it. Can you repeat, please?
TVK. Will TVK be able to cut into DMK vote?
Yes, TVK's main vote share. If, for example, if it has 10 votes, 7 votes belongs to the DMK. That's what feel. DMK and DMK constituents, including VCK, Congress specifically, because people pro-Congress also see TVK. Because what they are not able to vote for DMK alliance as such, they can't vote for ADMK. Instead of that, they can opt for TVK. So it is a consolidation of the pro-DMK party. He is reflecting the same voting ideology of the DMK. So take for example, if TVK is not there, where these voters could have voted for? Could have voted for the DMK alliance. So since TVK is there, every possibility that it will damage DMK more this time.
Next one, please. Stephen Seagal wants to know, why is TN BJP urban vote percentage such a joke? Outside Chennai South, rest is literally okay, Tata, bye-bye.
See, I tell you, Tamil Nadu BJP is not a Chennai based. Tamil Nadu BJP is basically from Kanyakumari,
And it works
Coimbatore,
its way
those
up.
areas.
Yeah.
Yes, it is from rural to urban. But unfortunately, that is what I mean to say. Again, I am repeating. The organization structure, they fail to really understand the sentiments. The fire of the BJP, what I saw in 96 to 98 and 99, it was more in the outside region. BJP won in Kanyakumari in 96 assembly. In 98 Lok Sabha, it won in Nilgiris, Trichy as well as Coimbatore. In 99 Lok Sabha, it won in Trichy, Nilgiris, Coimbatore as well as Nagarkovil. In 2014 Lok Sabha, it won in Nagarkovil. So, the strength of the BJP is away from Chennai. But unfortunately, these leaders want to fight in Chennai. Unless you take your base out of Chennai, this obsession for Chennai will remain. And everybody will think that T Nagar and Velachery and Mylapore will bring them seats. No. You are going to win hands down in South Tamil Nadu this time. A number of seats. You may win Radhapuram. I'm not sure about that, but you have an opportunity in Radhapuram. You have an opportunity in Sattur, Vasudevanallur, Madurai South, Nagarkovil. You have an opportunity in Manamudurai. So these are the seats which you will be looking for this time. Unlike people say the T Nagar is not given, then the BJP is lost. There is a big constituency outside Chennai which the BJP has to tap.
Yeah, Steven Seagal, that's a nice pseudonym. Let me get back to that. See, I had an opportunity to talk to Chandralekha Madam, who had contested against MK Stalin for the mayor of Chennai 20 years ago. And she came second. She fought very, very hard. The challenge for her was what he's saying even today, that lack of organization. See, what happens is, whether it is DMK candidate or an ADMK candidate, right? They know the people in their constituencies. They know them by name. If one family of 8 people voted for them, if one person is not well, the next time they go through the constituency, they ask him, எப்படி இருக்கீங்க, உடம்பு எப்படி இருக்கு, பிள்ளை நல்லா இருக்கானா, ஆபரேஷன் ஆயிடுதா, செலவுக்கு ஏதாவது காணும், you want some money to help in this. This is the connect they keep with the people. You have to see, you can say DMK is anti-national and all that, but they know how to win elections, and that's because they have that connect. If you don't have the connect established, and this happens over a period of time, not like one time I went and said hi, you will not remember the names. This is the kind of connect they also have. Over to you. You wanted to add to that?
Yes. Let me take to the recent example. It is available in social media what happened in Bihar. An old lady who could be above her 80s or 90s. She was lying in her choir bed. She was lifted by the BJP Karyakartas, taking her to the polling booth. A press person is coming with a mic, asking that old lady, she was laying in the bed, where are you going? To which party you will vote for? She said, I will vote for Modi and BJP. Even in that at old age, she was very conscious. That means there are the family members have contacted the Karyakartas. The Karyakartas are giving a helping hand to lift this lady till the polling booth. They ensure that she cast her vote and bring her back to her home. That is what an election missionary works. Unfortunately, it never works in TV studios or debating channels or social media. Election is fought on ground.
A strong RSS will make a strong BJP in Tamil Nadu, guys. RSS used to be, I think they were a little bit stronger than what they are now. Bit of rebuilding going on. I mean, there are good guys. Kesav Vinayagam was there for a long time running the place. He had done selfless work during COVID or during the tsunami. But those are all people, we don't remember them. Today's problem is today's problem. Unfortunately, that connect that needs to be established. BJP has mastered it in many states, still work in progress in Tamil Nadu. Not to take away all the effort that has been already put in, You have to consistently do that, unfortunately. Sai Raghavan wants to know, I believe that PC is equally to blame for the freebie culture that exists today. For the glorifying the 2006 DMK manifesto, supporting was mistake, glorification was criminal. He also made sure that Raja went to jail when the heat was coming towards him. PC is equal.
Thanks for him to bring it to a very very serious topic. So now we are seeing the freebie culture, but the real the freebie culture in Tamil Nadu, it started in 2006. So when the free television was announced by Karunanidhi in the runner-up to 2006 assembly elections, everybody asked whether it is possible to give a television. Yes, sir.
Srikumar, I'm just going to step away for a minute. I'm going to leave my screen. You just keep answering the next question. If you are done answering this question, take the next question also, okay? I'll just be away for 1 minute. Somebody at the door. Okay?
Yeah. So, what I feel was when Mr. Karunanidhi was giving that television for the under the scheme to Tamil Nadu voters, he announced that. So there was a bit of people who were interested in economics. They were also asking the question whether it is feasible, whether it is economically viable that every household is getting a television set. So at that time, it was P. Chidambaram, who was the finance minister. He not only justified it, he glorified it, he substantiated it through his data. And he said, yes, it is possible. And the state government has enough funds to do that. The central government, which is also a part of the ruling alliance, it will give a helping hand. And through the various schemes, it is very much possible. And he also named, as Mr. Vijay Raghavan mentioned, our credit goes to him because he discussed the same issue with me yesterday, that he told that the manifesto is a hero of this election. That means he endorsed that this manifesto is going to be the hero of this election, 2006 elections. So that means the freebie culture was given the stamp by none other than that the then Union Finance Minister, which is what we are seeing now in all other states, including the BJP. The Ladki Baghin Yojana of Maharashtra, of Madhya Pradesh, and whatever they have mentioned in the Subhadra Yojana in Odisha and in Chhattisgarh, and whatever schemes you see in Delhi, and also in places like the opposition rules, places like Jharkhand, you see Himachal Pradesh, where the BJP, the Congress is struggling with its own finances. So it is what happening now. So the freebie culture, which was given hands up by the finance minister, that the genie is out of the lamp and it is refusing to go back to the lamp. Next question, please. Sachin, can you read out for me, please? Sachin, the icons are very small. The letters are very small. Can you read out for me, please? Oh, let me read out by myself because the screen is very small. Yeah. How will the BJP focus statewide booth level vote growth if they are compelled to ally with ADMK? Totally agree. We need this to root out that. Yes, there is an irony. See, I will tell you that there are two ways. One is to grow the party and another is to have an alliance. Definitely, the alliance party will not like you to grow. That is because it is a short-term arrangement. There is no long-term arrangement in politics. In long-term arrangement, it is for the individual party to grow. So if you want to grow, you have to develop your own structure. And for at least to have the structure, you should have your own voter base on one hand. You should have your own regional leaders at local level. And then using that regional leaders, build a state level team that is needed. And they should have the political acumen to contest the local body elections. If you see, somebody was checking with me regarding West Bengal elections, whether Bhabanipur BJP will win, how about Hooghly, Howrah. So many councillors were given assembly tickets this time in Bengal. Now these the councillors, local body councillors, are going to be the face of the BJP in the state assembly. That means the councillors are going to be the torchbearers. The BJP should understand the seriousness of it. It should understand that grassroots politics is the key for its success. So many people has to participate in the councillors and as well as the corporation elections, which will empower them. Take for example one more example, the Pune mayor. He is now the union minister, and he is also the panel of talks with the ADMK. He is from Maharashtra, Pune mayor. So because they have came from the grassroots level, that's what I mean to say. People who came as mayors or who came as local body representatives, they become the assembly representatives. So that is what needed. Yes, please. Next question. How does DMK get vote when it is openly voted against Hindus, abuse Hindus, Hindu gods, etc.? See, I tell you, Tamil Nadu is not about Hinduism. Tamil Nadu is about governance. There are some states which is more about Hinduism, like what you see in Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, where the Hindu card will play. But as far as coming to some of the states like Tamil Nadu, it is the governance that matters. Whether you govern well or you don't govern well. Incumbency, anti-incumbency run simultaneously, which is based on governance, number one. Second, be it DMK or be it ADMK, its real strength is its grassroots cadres and our organization structure. That is why even after a big defeat in 96, Jayalalitha was able to bounce back in 2001. Right after two consecutive defeats in Tamil Nadu from 2011 to 2021, DMK was able to bounce back. Similarly, it bounced back earlier. The organization structure, that's the second point. Third point, the alliance. Be it DMK or be it ADMK, DMK never faced the electorate without an alliance. They always faced it with alliance. Even for a corporation election, they faced it with alliance, with Congress or left parties or VCK, whoever they are, but they have approached the elections with alliance. So the key is all the three.
Thank you so much. Next question, please. Your views on vote transfer between the parties in NDA alliance. We can observe some past trends that ADMK is able to win in BJP strong areas, while the other way is a bit of a challenge in few cases. Srihari wants to know.
Yeah, Mr. Srihari, I will tell you, there are a couple of seats. Even in 2021, Modakurichi BJP could not have won without ADMK support. And even I doubt about other places, but Modakurichi is one such place where it was ADMK's vote which transferred to the BJP. But other three places, like what you have seen in Tirunelveli, Nagarkovil, as well as in Coimbatore, the individuals also had their own say. As far as this present election is concerned, South, the BJP is going to have its say. AMMK, ADMK and BJP, there is no big issue between them. The real issue is in the Kongu region, because the BJP thinks that they are also having a part in that. In Kongu region, it will be the ADMK and BJP should work hand in hand. In Chennai, the unfortunate situation is ADMK is strong in only a couple of seats. And BJP also wants the same seats. That is why the real clash is. If you see from constituency number 1 till constituency number 34, out of 34 seats, the ADMK seat tally started from Madurandagam, which is 35th seat in last time, 2021. But this time it will not be so. It will grab around 1/3 of seats out of the first 33 seats, 33 to 34 seats. Out of that 11 seats or 10 seats, BJP wants 4 seats. That is why the real clash is. Yes.
Thank you so much. Next question, please. How to break the ice of Aryan and Dravidian?
It is a very big topic, and I'm not a scholar in that. But see, it needs an elaborate debate. See, right now the intellectuals, they are also fully convinced that Aryan versus Dravidian is a myth. But there should be more research, there should be more justifications, there should be more convincing, deliberations should happen as workshops, as small meetings, so that it percolates among the society. If it is only a matter of discussion at the top level or in academics areas, it won't do so. It should be a discussion point at every level. I think if that is being attempted, it could be done so.
Next one, please. TVK candidate looked casual at Mylapore while campaigning. Thank you, Pradeep.
Everyone is casual right now. From TVK side, it is not a party. It is a fan club. So
Fan club.
you have, it is a fan club. It is revolving around one star, movie star. There is no seriousness of a party because they have supporters, but they are not cadres. There is a difference between both the sides. Supporters will be like cheerleaders. Cadres are the people who really runs in the ground. For example, if you have Modi, whether Modi is there or not, the cadre will be working. But if Modi is running a fan club, the supporters will be thronging wherever Modi goes and leave the organization as such. So that is the real difference.
Well, thank you so much, Srikumar. Very frank and free exchange of views. We'll be back with Srikumar next Sunday, same time. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And thanks once again to Srikumar. Staying calm under heat. Namaskar.
Thank you. Namaskar. Jai Hind.